Before our hero became a god to fight in a multi-dimensional tournament, Goku was just a happy-go-lucky kid with one thing in his mind: an adventure for the mystical Dragon Balls and tons of food. Okay, maybe two things. And what better way to honor the 30th anniversary of the Dragon Ball Anime series than with the review of the Game Boy Advance game, Dragon Ball Advance Adventures. Well, maybe reviewing the anime itself, but since this is a gaming channel, let's just go on ahead and dive right into the review. Advance Adventures pretty much covers all the major events in the original Dragon Ball series, a bit with some liberties and abridgments to it. From his first adventure against the Pilaf game, to his final battle against the Demon King Piccolo. Pretty much everything is covered here. As far as the presentation is concerned, it's fantastic. The sprite animation is smooth and fast, and the backgrounds are very faithful to what you see in the anime and manga series. Not to mention the small touches like your hell being blown in the air. Now granted, this is being played on the Retron 5, so it may not be as sharp as playing it on a real Game Boy Advance, but the graphics are still good nonetheless. But graphics can only take you so far. What about the gameplay? Well, it's split between two main segments, the first one being a platforming brawler section where you're basically platforming and brawling, so to speak. And well, the level designs here are pretty good for the most part. The combat is exciting, the controls are good, and being able to do the Kamehameha whenever you want is a nice little treat. It does suffer from a few minor things, like bullshit enemy placement, but it's not really enough to detract from the good gameplay here. The second main gameplay element, and perhaps the most famous element in Dragon Ball, is the fighting segments. But you don't get to really hurt them directly, and so you got to take down their guard meter down to 0, and then you'll be able to punch and kick their health down to 0, either on the ground or up in the sky. I mean, it is a nice little thing, but the guarding system they have in place seems like more padding than anything. But my bigger problem with this game is not the guard system, but the boss battles, because sometimes they feel unfair. For example, this boss battle, as you can see, doesn't seem tough, but it took me like 5 to 7 times to really take this guy down, which I thought was unfair. But what's really unfair was the final battle with King Piccolo, where you have only like 2 health bars and he has like 7 quintillion. How is that fair? And you get health upgrades throughout the game, so there's really no reason why Goku is in such a huge disadvantage in the final battle. And this isn't really a fault in my opinion, but maybe to some. But it took me about 3 hours to get to the end of the game, so it's pretty short. But other than the boss battles, it is a pretty enjoyable game. My overall rating for Dragon Ball Advance Adventure is a solid B, and is a recommended pickup for anybody who enjoys all of Dragon Ball and not just Dragon Ball Z. And while yes, there was a US version of this game available, I really recommend picking up the Japanese version, as I was able to find a complete in-box version for about $20 compared to a $30+ that the loose USA cartridge goes for. And other than maybe a little bit of trial and error in the main menu, the language barrier is relatively low. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to catch you guys next time.